Welcome to station number 3 of your swine production lab. In this particular station, we're going to talk to you about two major factors that we use to evaluate and ultimately determine the value of market hogs. We have two market hogs here that vary in terms of trimness and vary in terms of muscling. Let's first talk about how we look at a hog in terms of trying to decide just how trim that hog is. Come a little bit closer. Here we have hog number 2, and you're going to see the 2 on that hog's back. We know that hogs will vary with the degree of muscle expression they have, and they'll have less overall muscle expression as they deposit more subcutaneous fat or fat under their skin. So hogs that tend to be finished or have enough fat to give us an acceptable lean or muscle quality, we can look first within their jowl. Hogs that are depositing fat are full appearing within their jowl. We then come over and we look in what's called their elbow pocket. A hog with more finish on it will have some bulging of its elbow pocket as it moves in a forward direction. Hogs also that have more finish on them, we won't be able to see shoulder blade movement. Over here we have a relatively trim hog, and let's just watch that hog as it moves. You can see its shoulder blades as you look over the top of its shoulders down on top of that pig. Now, we can also look at the lower 1/3 of the pig. As the pig gets closer to being finished, that lower 1/3 will take on a fuller, soggier, fuller appearance to it. Come back up on the top. Really trim hogs, we'll be able to see a distinct separation or a groove that runs between the two longissimus dorsi muscles that go down their back. So here's one longissimus dorsi muscle, here's another longissimus dorsi muscle. Very trim pigs will see a prominent groove down the middle of their back. We can also take a look for the presence of a dimple right on top of the tail center. So here's the tail of the pig. If we have a prominent dimple, it means that it's not filled in with fat. That's a relatively trim pig. And then finally, when we look at these pigs from behind, a very trim pig will be very clean, very defined within its seam, where the two hams come together when we view that pig from behind. And so for this pig here, we can see a well-defined groove in between the hams. For this pig that we have over here, we'll see if we can move him forward just gently. Notice how between the hams, they're starting to fill up. So that's how we determine indicators of trimness in market hogs.